Renee's neighbor, Paul, had been investing for 22 years. He researched stocks. He watched the market every morning before work. He read financial news. He followed 3 different investing podcasts. He moved money around when he felt something was about to happen. He was serious about it. Paul had $206,000. Renee had never looked at the stock market in her life. She did not know what a P/E ratio was. She could not name a single individual stock she owned. She had never once tried to time the market or predict what was coming. Renee had $1,040,000. Same neighborhood. Same decade of investing. Paul worked harder at it every single day. Renee did one thing. One boring, automatic, completely lazy thing. And somehow, she won. If any of that felt familiar, subscribe and hit the bell. What comes next is the part that actually changes things. This is the story of the one thing Renee did, and why your bank, your brokerage, and almost every financial product advertised to you has a strong financial interest in making sure you never find out about it. Let me start with Paul. Paul is not a bad investor. He is not unintelligent. He is not reckless. He is a completely normal person doing what completely normal people are told to do when they want to grow their money. He researches. He watches. He moves. He adjusts. The problem is that researching and watching and moving and adjusting is the wrong strategy. Not slightly wrong. Fundamentally wrong. Here is why. According to S&P Dow Jones Indices SPIVA report, which tracks the performance of actively managed funds against the market benchmark, over any 15-year period, approximately 92% of actively managed large-cap funds underperform a simple index fund. 92%. These are professional fund managers. People with finance degrees from elite universities. Teams of analysts. Access to information that you and Paul will never have. Millions of dollars in research budgets. 92% of them lose to the laziest strategy in investing. Think about that. Paul is competing against those professionals using his laptop and a podcast. He is not just slightly behind. He is almost certainly behind. The math says so. The data says so. 22 years of his own account says so. And here is the part that nobody tells you. Those professional fund managers who underperform the market, they charge you 1 to 2% per year for the privilege of losing. On a $200,000 portfolio, that is $2,000 to $4,000 per year. Paid to people who, by their own industry's data, almost certainly produced worse results than doing nothing. That is not a small number. That is the difference between Paul's $206,000 and Renee's $1,040,000. The next part will bother you. Because Renee did not find some secret strategy. She did not have a financial advisor who discovered a loophole. She did not get lucky with a single stock that exploded. She opened an account at 26. She put $500 a month into a total market index fund. She turned on automatic contributions. And then she did something that felt irresponsible at the time. She stopped looking at it for 22 years. No adjustments. No panic selling during the 2008 crash. No excitement during the 2020 recovery. No changes when interest rates moved. No reactions to anything. Just $500 a month. Every month. Into the same fund. Without exception. The fund she chose owns tiny pieces of approximately 3,600 American companies at once. When you buy a share of a total market index fund, you are not betting on any single company. You are betting on America. On the entire economy, on the collective output of millions of workers across thousands of businesses. When America grows, you grow. And over any 30-year period in modern American history, America has grown. According to JP Morgan Asset Management, the S&P 500 has delivered a positive return over every rolling 20-year period since 1950. Every single one. Market crashes happened. Recessions happened. Wars happened. The market recovered every time. Renee did not know this when she started. She was not making a sophisticated, calculated decision. She just did not have time to watch the market. She had a job. She had kids. She had a life. So she automated it and forgot about it. And that forgetting made her a millionaire. Let me show you the exact math. $500 per month. Invested in a fund tracking the total U.S. stock market. Over 22 years. According to historical data tracked by Vanguard and confirmed by Morningstar, the total U.S. stock market index has returned an average of approximately 10.1% annually over the last 30 years. $500 per month at 10% annual return over 22 years. That is $1,042,000. Renee put in $132,000 of her own money. $132,000. And it became $1,042,000. The difference, $910,000, came from compound interest doing its job, while Renee lived her life. She did not earn that $910,000. She created the conditions for it and then got out of the way. That is the whole strategy. And here is what your bank does not want you to understand. Banks make money when you keep your money in their products. Savings accounts paying 0.5%. CDs paying 2%. High-fee managed accounts with annual charges that quietly drain your returns. Financial advisors who earn commissions on the products they recommend to you. None of these products produce what an index fund produces. According to Bankrate, the average traditional savings account interest rate in the United States in 2024 is 0.58%. That is not a typo. 0.58. At 0.58%, $500 a month over 22 years grows to approximately $141,000. $141,000 versus $1,042,000 in the index fund. That is a $900,000 difference. From the same $500 per month, over the same 22 years. $900,000. That is not a rounding error. That is a retirement. That is the difference between financial security and financial anxiety for the rest of your life. Your bank knows this math. They are not hiding it maliciously. They are simply in the business of selling their products. And their products are not index funds. So they do not explain index funds. That is not conspiracy. That is business. We will come back to exactly how to move it. But first I need to explain why most people who know this math still do not do anything about it. It is not laziness. It is something more specific than that. It is discomfort with simplicity. Human beings are pattern-seeking creatures. We want to feel like we are doing something. Taking action. Being smart. When someone tells us that the winning strategy is to open one account, choose one fund, automate one monthly transfer, and then do absolutely nothing for 20 years, our brains reject that. It feels too simple. It feels like we must be missing something. Paul felt that discomfort. So he researched. He watched. He moved money around. He felt engaged and intelligent and in control. And he ended up with $206,000. Renee felt bored, so she automated and forgot. She felt slightly guilty about not paying more attention to her money, and she ended up with $1,040,000. The discomfort with simplicity cost Paul $834,000. Read that again. $834,000. From doing too much, Paul never felt reckless. He felt informed. He felt engaged. He felt like he was doing the right thing by paying attention. That was the dangerous part. According to Morningstar's annual Mind the Gap study, the average investor underperforms the funds they invest in by approximately 1.7 percentage points per year. Not because the funds are bad, because investors move in and out of those funds at the wrong times. They panic and sell during downturns. They rush in during highs. They time the market incorrectly, consistently, every single time. According to J.P. Morgan Asset Management, investors who missed just the 10 best days in the market over the last 20 years earned less than half of what fully invested investors earned. Half, 10 days out of 7,300. If you were out of the market during even 10 specific days, your returns were cut in half. And you cannot predict which 10 days those will be. Nobody can. Not Paul with his research. Not the professional fund managers with their analyst teams. The only way to capture those 10 days is to never leave. Renee never left. She never had the chance to leave. The money went in automatically, and she had mentally already treated it as gone. When the market dropped 30% in March 2020, Renee was in her kitchen folding laundry. Her phone showed a news alert. She read the headline, set the phone face down on the counter, and finished folding. The automatic transfer fired that morning. It bought index fund shares at the lowest price in 3 years. More shares than usual for the same $500. Future gains locked in quietly while she matched socks. She did not know that until much later. She had not checked. That psychological trick, treating invested money as spent, is more powerful than any investment strategy ever devised. Now let me tell you exactly how to do what Renee did. Step by step. So simple, it takes 40 minutes, and then you never have to think about it again. Step 1. Open a brokerage account at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. All 3 are federally regulated. All 3 are free to open. All 3 offer the funds you need. Go online right now. It takes 15 minutes. Step 2. Inside that account, find the Total Market Index Fund. At Fidelity, it is the Fidelity Zero Total Market Index Fund, ticker VZROX, with zero expense ratio. At Vanguard, it is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, ticker VDSAX, with an expense ratio of 0.04%. At Schwab, it is the Schwab Total Stock Market Index, ticker WTSEX, with an expense ratio of 0.03%. Zero fees, or almost zero. That is the whole point. Step 3. Set up an automatic monthly contribution. Whatever amount you can commit to consistently. $500 if you can. $200 if that is what is available. Even $100 if that is where you start. The amount matters less than the automation. According to Fidelity Investments, investors who automate their contributions save 2 to 3 times more over a career than those who contribute manually each month. 2 to 3 times more. From a single setup decision. Step 4. Do not touch it. That is the whole step. Do not touch it. Do not adjust it when the market drops. Do not move it when something in the news makes you nervous. Do not sell anything. Do not change funds. Do not try to be smart about timing. According to Vanguard research, investors who check their portfolios quarterly instead of daily earn on average 0.3% more per year. That sounds small. Over 30 years at $500 a month, 0.3% more per year is approximately $40,000. $40,000 from checking your account less. The less you look, the more you earn. That is not investing advice. That is the data. Now I want to address something directly. $500 a month sounds like a lot. For many Americans, it is a lot. According to Bureau of Labor Statistics data, the median American household has a monthly surplus of less than $400 after essential expenses. Less than $400. So $500 may not be where you start. That is fine. The math works at any amount. At $200 a month for 22 years, at 10% annual return, you accumulate $417,000. You invested $52,800 of your own money. Compound interest turned it into $417,000. At $100 a month for 22 years at 10%, you accumulate $208,000. You invested $26,400 of your own money. The percentage gain is identical regardless of the amount. The structure is the same. The laziness is the same. Start with what you have. Automate it. Leave it alone. And here's the part that matters most. Renee did not start with $500 a month. She started with $150 a month at 26. She increased it every time she got a raise. She increased it when her car was paid off. She increased it when her kids became less expensive. She never felt the full $500 leave her account in a single jump. She crept toward it, one raise at a time, over several years. By the time she was contributing $500 a month, it had become invisible. It came out automatically, before she could decide not to contribute it. Her lifestyle had already adjusted to living without it. That is the version of this strategy available to almost everyone. Not a dramatic $500 commitment at 26. A $150 start, automated, with a commitment to increase it every single time income increases before lifestyle does. According to Vanguard's How America Saves report, participants who set up automatic contribution escalation, meaning their contribution rate, increases automatically with each annual salary increase, retire with 63% more than participants who keep a flat contribution rate. 63% more. From saying yes to one automatic setting. Renee did not know the name of the fund she owned for the first several years. She had to look it up when she explained the strategy to Paul last spring. Paul had been watching the market for 22 years. He knew every ticker symbol in his portfolio. He knew the expense ratios. He knew the year-to-date performance of every position he held. He had $206,000. The next time someone tells you that you need to be paying more attention to your money, remember Paul. And then remember Renee. The money does not reward attention. It rewards structure. It rewards patience. It rewards the willingness to be boring for 20 years while everyone around you is doing something more exciting with their portfolio. Being boring is the strategy. Here is what I want you to do before this video ends. Open one account today. Not this week. Today, 15 minutes. Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab. Pick one. Go online. Open it. Choose one fund. Total market index. 0 fees or close to it. One fund. Set one automatic monthly contribution. Whatever amount does not break your budget. One amount. Automated, recurring, then close the app. Do not open it again until next year. That is it. That is the strategy. That is what Renee did. That is what turned $132,000 of her own money into $1,042,000. Paul is going to do the same thing starting next month. He called Renee after she showed him the numbers. He was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "Why did nobody tell me this was an option?" It was always an option. It was always available. It was always sitting there, waiting, requiring nothing but a 15-minute account opening and the discipline to leave it alone. The boring thing was always the right thing. It still is. If this video explained something that nobody else ever explained to you, share it with one person today. Not tomorrow. One person. Because somewhere in your life there is a Paul who has been working harder than necessary and getting less than he deserves. Subscribe if you want to keep learning the strategies that actually work. And I will see you in the next one.